All right, welcome back to the Monster Energy DreamHack Studios. We've had a shift in personnel. Slacks has now become the Bobby, and Brax has been put in jail. The tables have turned here on the panel.
Look at me. Look at me.
Look at me when I speak to you, scum.
I'm the policeman now.
We gave the craziest guy the gun.
This is what they call abuse of power, I think, in America.
This is what we call the right legal system. A criminal can become a cop. It's a land of freedom. Freedom.
Yes, I saw Clockwork Orange. I know how that turned out. Great. All right, so game one in the books, 7 to go for our Super Saturday. Vega takes the first one over VP. Brax, a chaotic first game for today.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of fighting, both sides. But in the end, TA, Desolator, Blink Dagger, Roshan, especially with the Lycan, it was way too much damage for Tree to really heal up. And they just didn't really have the team fight to deal with all these things coming in so quickly.
Yeah. Absolutely. And a reminder, it was pre-recorded. It was on the last patch, so all of us trying to get into the 7.05 mindset again when Monkey King was relevant and Solar Crest was still a good item. I mean, Solar Crest kind of won them that game, it felt like.
Yeah, definitely. Solar Crest against the Troll. Like, he just couldn't lock down any targets or kill them at all.
Yep. And the Lycan ran for... I actually thought Venge versus Lycan would do something. You know, she could swap him around, but it seems he just moves so fast it kind of doesn't really matter at all.
No!
I'm an idiot. Oh, my bad. My bad, Slacks.
Pistol whipped, just like my grandfather. No!
Your grandfather was pistol whipped?
Don't worry about it.
What did you think about that game, Slacks?
What did I think about that game? Well, when is Billy Bobby? It went exactly as I thought it would. The Lycan, bro. Lycan Darkseer is a hell of a combo. A great early game, insta-kills, to mid-game, to late game. It's just hard to beat. And since the only viable counter to Darkseer is Oracle, which sucks, I mean, it's a pretty good combo, I would have to say.
Why is Oracle so bad? What happened to Oracle?
I feel like all the defensive supports are kind of not as strong as they used to be. People play differently, so that's like... They know what he's going to do, right? If they go on this one target, then they kind of just back up, or they don't commit super hard. They wait until more heroes have to come into the fight, then AoE spells come out. Then it's kind of like Oracle can't use the spells the exact same way. And he's also a hero that just doesn't do anything.
he
sits behind people, and if they go on him, then he's there. But if that just never happens...
He's got like the greatest save in the game.
Yeah, he does.
False Promise. It's the best save.
Yeah, and then if you're not using that save, you're kind of just doing nothing.
That's kind of true. The only team I can think of that plays Oracle is FDL. I don't even know if they play him anymore.
That's how you know it sucks. They don't.
There you go. All right. Well, lots to look forward to here in game number 2 of this 2-game series between VP and Vega. What is your malfunction, sir? What is wrong with you?
You're speaking out of turn.
All right, we'll take it on here. You want the flashcards? You want to take over this panel? Is that the...
It's American justice.
Pistol whipping? Is that the new...
God damn you,
I think
criminals.
American justice is pulling the trigger, not pistol whipping.
You damn criminals. All right, go ahead.
All right, so game 2. I don't know. Watching that game, though, it just felt like the first 15, 20 minutes or so was just a nonstop bloodbath. Just back and forth fighting where both teams were kind of breaking even, and then Vega was just sort of able to hedge ahead at the very end. I mean, is that a fair assessment of how that game went?
It felt like it happened real quick. Like 15 minutes in, it was pretty even, and then Roshan fell super fast. Solar Crest, Desolator, Lycan, and then it felt like it kind of snowballed out of control.
I mean, it was a fast GG. You'd even hear, okay, that's it. It's over. They didn't even lose barracks yet, and they tapped out. I mean, do you think they might have tapped out too early, maybe?
No, I just think that's like the power spike, right? Once TA gets that Aegis, Desolator, Blink Dagger kind of timing, that's kind of when it things happen real quickly after that.
Okay. Well, looking forward to game 2.
This is how European cops wear their helmets, right? It's like on the chin.
Yes. You wear it very as far forward as possible.
Yo there! Stop stealing those blintzes. Oh, and what do British people steal? Okay.
Oh,
Yo
my.
there! Don't steal that
Blintzes.
crumbly virginity.
Crumbly.
This is bad.
What is wrong with
This
you?
is real bad.
I don't understand what's happening right here.
Donna.
All right, so next match here, VP Vega. I mean, what do you think went wrong for VP, though, Brax? Is that just more of a drafting issue than anything else in that game? Because it didn't really feel like an out-execution in terms of, I mean, Vega played well, but I didn't feel like VP played poorly, for example.
Both teams definitely did play well, and it just kind of happens when one team has like that super mid-game kind of lineup and they hit that timing, and they just take that one fight and all of a sudden their base dies, right? You have so much building damage with Lycan, TA.
Yeah,
I think their approach to it was pretty good, right? They had that dueling against the TA and the Ogre, and they actually did pretty well. It's just, they needed just that something else to actually get things done. Like they had the Nyx Assassin running around with Disruptor, but there were a couple times the Disruptor combo was kind of missed. And I think 2 heroes ran out of the Static Storm or something like that. It really hurts a lot when you commit these kind of heroes and these spells and it just doesn't go too well.
Yeah, I mean, some of that's the power of the Disruptor, right? Vega had that gotcha. Very hard to run away from this team. Lycan can chase you down forever, of course. Glimpse, Kinetic Field. VP didn't quite... I feel like there's a lot of pressure on the Nyx with that lineup, where he is their gotcha. And if he's not starting off the fight with a Vendetta initiation, that's a lot of their power taken away.
Well, that's why you don't first pick a Nyx. I mean, it's not that hard.
I could agree with that.
Right.
I'm not into the first pick Nyx. I don't see it.
You need to... He's, like, very good against some heroes for his ability to stop fights, and he's very good at hunting down heroes and picking them off. But if you first pick, I mean, they know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to go in there, and he's going to find your guys. So you got...
God.
So you can't be first picking him, all right?
Isn't that weird how, like, that happens a lot, right? You see these heroes, and then sometimes they look really good, and then sometimes they look really, really bad, and it's just like, well... You could just wait with this hero until you see a really, really good game for it, instead of just kind of blindly picking it every game.
Exactly.
Right.
But who are we to judge these CIS? They know each other better than anyone else, these two teams, and they know they want to fight and they want to kill. So
yeah,
what can you do?
I keep racking my brain trying to think of respawn talents that have been changed and on that patch that were still broken. Who were like the top respawn heroes before 7.06 came out? Lina was the big one, but were there any others that were like relevant because of that talent that are no longer?
Well, that was still when Lina could pick the damage over respawn, right? And a lot of the times you still saw the damage taken.
Yeah.
The Sumail
So-
special.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was the change. It wasn't the super broken Lina respawn. It was the
ones left in the game were kind of like Witch Doctor gets like 40 seconds at 15.
Lion, huh?
Lion,
Disruptor.
yeah.
Disruptor's
Lion?
a huge one too. He had a respawn talent, didn't he?
Does he?
Pretty sure he did.
Okay, he did.
Pretty sure
All
he
right,
did.
confirmed by OD Pixel off
Another
camera.
reason
did.
why he was a CIS special is because he had that ability to come back quick, and he's a fighter, good for the lanes. All right.
All right, well, we've got game 2 ready to rock and roll. Let's hop into the war room, see what's going on. All right, nice and early, and it's Fog.
Hey, Fog.
Inmate 283.
That's me. So I think Darkseer is going to get picked up again. That hero looks pretty good in 7.05 and 7.06. Look, it's Darkseer.
Oh, my God, it is Darkseer.
Surprise, surprise.
Should have just left that out on the board.
Oh,
That was
that's
kind of
excitement.
expected. Here you go.
So exact same bands as we saw in game number 1.
You know what we're not going to see is a first pick Nyx.
I completely agree with that.
A bold claim there, Mr. Slacks.
Let's see. No Warlock. It could go for...
So Tree's still available.
Yeah.
Ogre, maybe something else they want to consider.
Tree Terrorblade, let's go.
Tree Terrorblade.
Terrorblade,
Here we
yeah,
go.
that was the hero yesterday.
Terrorblade was just fine on this patch, eh?
Yeah,
was good.
very good.
Top
TB.
winning, in fact.
Did these teams play the TB?
Mind taking. Tree?
Tree, okay, big surprise.
Come on, Terrorblade.
Let's see it.
They
Where
want
is
it. They know they want it. Do it.
Do it.
We're just going to grab it anyway.
Do it, Fog. Commit.
We were really hyping up VP just a couple days ago that they hadn't played any games yet, and they're actually off to a pretty rocky start. They went 1-1 the other day, and they're at least 1-1 here. Centaur.
Who the hell picked Centaur?
Yeah, that's a blast from the past if you're
This
talking
is,
about time capsule.
How
I
many
feel like I just
patches
saw
is this game
I
played
feel like I
ago?
just
I
saw this in True Sight. This looks like OG's draft.
Damn, dude.
Well, I mean, that is what they grabbed. They had,
That
right?
is.
They didn't grab it first too.
They third picked
They
the
third
Cent.
picked the Centaur, but same kind of like strategy, and Vega takes the Terrorblade for themselves.
Wow.
Okay.
So
You know?
Darkseer Terrorblade.
We would have made fun of him before for this second pick Terrorblade, but as we saw yesterday with Mouse Sports, it can work.
It's nasty.
It can work.
Still hard to shut down. So, what have we seen beat Terrorblade? Just superior late game like Magnus, Troll, Slark, that just mega buff.
Nagas.
The best hero is Tinker against Terrorblade.
Oh, okay.
When he, the blind's annoying, Terrorblade has really low HP, he stacks armor, so he can't really deal with the magic damage. And Tinker, he can go for the Ags, and he can laser and hit all the illusions at once. and then he also is high burst damage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's usually the hero people go to, but Tinker's sometimes hard to work in.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about just the high burst damage against Terrorblade. The rumblings of Zeus.
The rumbling of thunder.
Yeah, I like both. I mean, Tinker is definitely the clear super counter to the Terrorblade, but I think VP used to do like the OD a bit. You just like get online faster, you can pressure really hard, and then if you do get instacks up, you're actually able to kind of like mess with him a lot.
Interesting Disruptor ban and Dazzle ban. So two very favorited heroes, you know, in CIS. I wonder what else aggressive support they're going to be picking.
Yeah.
Maybe a Yomni Knight, huh? Not too bad with Centaur, not too bad with Tree.
Don't know if they want double melee supports though. It's usually a kind of a no-no.
Oh yeah.
Especially into Terrorblade and Darkseer. I'm alone.
Yeah.
Where the hell did that one go?
It's an empty war room.
Where'd it go?
Oh no.
I'm gonna get him.
Get him.
He left you behind. Didn't share the secret code. But the Dazzle Band's smart. Pairs very nicely with the Terrorblade. You know, Shallow Grave maybe gives him a little more buffer to get off that Sunder, survive, and reset a fight.
Yep, definitely.
Mm-hmm. How's it going over there in solitary confinement?
You look like you're enjoying it.
I miss Owen.
It's so lonely.
That was an uncomfortable amount of zoom. Thank
That
you,
was.
guys.
I can see my pores.
All right, so Ember Spirit, third ban here for Vega, and now they take out the Phoenix. So Phoenix Treant, that's kind of a classic combo, right? Egg into Overgrowth, so you can't attack it.
That is correct,
Yeah.
Prior. I like that. He's also pretty good against Centaur, too. He's one of the only heroes that can melt down that huge amount of HP.
Well, they opposite sides.
Right.
So
He's pretty great with Centaur,
good
too.
thought, but yeah.
I mean, it's one of those heroes that can run from his ult. So,
That is true.
That is true.
Huge,
You're
huge
not
buff.
wrong.
Yeah.
okay. Wow.
The Haas was talking about this one nonstop versus the Terrorblade, but we have still seen this is still with the nerf. This is Elder Titan. The Spirit only applies the magical amplification. You have to have your actual hero on top of them to apply the minus physical.
Oof. That's tough, man. That means
That's-
Elder Titan has to be right up in the fray. How big is the radius around Elder Titan? It's not that large, is it?
It's
No.
like, what, 400-ish?
It's like a smaller than
I
normal.
actually don't know what it is.
It's
but
small.
It is pretty
yeah,
small.
it's pretty small.
That
Like
sounds
melee
like the,
range.
Oh, it's a little slightly bigger than melee range, but not by much.
It's like 375 or 400, between like 350, 400 area, something like that.
How good is that against
Yeah.
TB though? Like, when you look at magic damage, you have the Centaur with the Stomp and Double Edge, and that's about it so far.
You know what I don't understand why people don't do? Isn't Lion's level 25 talent AoE mana drain, which instantly kills illusions?
Doesn't kill
It
the
doesn't
second
kill the
one.
It only
illusions.
kills
It
the
only
main
kills
target.
the main target. And you have to hit 25 on Lion.
Yeah.
That does.
So there's a lot of holes in that strategy there, Slacks. One, it doesn't work. Two, you're never going to get level 25.
You're back.
I'm back. Yeah,
I
sorry.
missed you.
Swedish sweets go straight through. Yeah.
That's okay.
But it was a good thought. Well, one of the other things about Elder Titan, though, if you make it closer to the late game, just the damage that Earth Splitter does, it's a way to burst down the Terrorblade before he can easily sunder. More beautiful pour action.
Yeah. Nice Sunder ability there. I'm with you.
No, Earth Splitter to
Whatever.
stop the Sunder. Are you
don't-
even listening to me?
I'm literally not, clearly.
It's
I
a
was
lot of-
looking at Owen's face.
It is a lot of burst damage, and like with Tree, you can get the setups, root into a
Yeah.
splitter, can be quite nice. Vega goes for the Venge, so now they at least have like the saving mechanism with the Terrorblade and the enhanced physical damage to kind of take objectives, which works pretty well versus a Treant, because you want to be able to claim those objectives in those one pushes with the meta right away. Where's Venge? He's up here.
So looking
he's on
like
top.
a support Venge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Could be a mid Terrorblade with a position 1 Venge.
I mean,
it's possible.
We have seen. Oh, I can't remember who did it. I've definitely seen a pro game where someone did run the Terrorblade in the mid
I've,
lane.
Yeah.
I've
We've
seen
had a couple
Envy
few.
do
A
it.
couple of times,
seen a
yeah.
couple,
I've seen
Couple
Envy
times.
do it once or twice.
Is it Envy that's done it? Okay.
Yeah. It's okay. It's not amazing, but meta
It
allows
depends
you
on the
to kind of
matchups,
dominate some lanes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the rotations, really.
It's kind of like he lanes for like 3 or 4 minutes and he goes back into the jungle. But this is, of course, the last patch where jungle spawns every 2 minutes. And I feel like Elder Titan doesn't even play off his aura anymore. You know, it's all about the stomp now.
Yeah.
You know, to set up spells or to kind of stop these pushes.
Yeah, that's a
But
good point.
is that good enough for the hero? I don't really know.
I don't know. Especially if you're going to be putting it with the Treant Protector. Now, like we said, you have double melee.
Yeah.
Well, they have 3 melee already into a Terrorblade Darkseer lineup, which is always a little bit of a fear factor.
A VP the kind of lineup to run a Medusa. You've got a lot of good setup for the Stone Gaze. You've got a great way to get in position with the Stampede. A bit of a way to stop the push that's coming in from Vega. The Wombo with the Dark Seer, stop
Good
that.
save. Yeah.
I like it.
But trying to think if they play much of it. Well, they're going to pick up the mid nonetheless. Get the
Some
Invoker.
magic damage.
Yeah.
Well, all
able
that
to-
setup going to be put to good use now for Sunstrikes, that's for sure.
Yeah, Invoker's just ridiculously good against Terrorblade. You know?
With especially with like the enhanced damage from Elder Titan Aura, then his Meteor combo actually can
You just destroy the TB illusions. early on.
bring it down really easy. But then he gets a BKB and then it's
Wait
it's
just
but
a moment.
What do you want?
Okay, that's a little harsh, but Elder Titan, if they put them to sleep and then Medusa ults, that doesn't hurt them.
No, exactly. That's why it's so
they're
good.
forced
That's why it's so
into
good.
the stone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So it's really good.
What a combo.
It's really good.
It is
Yeah,
quite good.
My
Very good night.
Yeah.
God.
Uncanny.
My God.
So we've got DK, Terrorblade, Venge. They've got some heavy pushing lineup coming out with the Darkseer, who's probably going to get a very early mech as well. So Vega's looking to go for early timing. DK doesn't really care about Elder Titan either because you just have heavy enhanced armor from your Dragon's Blood.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
But the Elder Titan also has to be on top of you to reduce your armor anyway, so it is different now. But still,
Pretty good
build.
5-man Dota coming out of this Vega Squadron lineup, it looks
Yeah,
like.
it's kind of like what they had last game, just in
Yeah.
a sort of a different way. But yeah, you can expect them to try and hit the same sort of timings.
The death ball.
They're trying to
Meh.
force those towers. You know,
Yeah.
you're versus a Treant Protector. You got to force them. You have to take the tower down.
Right.
So that's like they're really emphasizing on that.
I mean, that's the. I mean, yeah, but Treant and Elder Titan, they are good ways of defending towers.
Yes.
You know, VP have definitely got a better answer to that sort of playstyle that Vega tried to pull off in Game 1 successfully. So I like VP's a bit of a response this much better than what they did in Game 1.
I don't know, Fogged. I think they picked the wrong dragon. Why
The
not
wrong
pick
dragon?
Jakiro to melt those towers instead?
Wrong patch.
Wrong patch.
Well, he's still good with
Yeah,
it.
he is still good. Yeah.
I
So
mean-
Clockwork support,
Okay.
good, very good versus Elder Titan and Treant Protector. If they are defending those towers, you can just pierce the back line, and you can't cast anything really while you're inside of cogs.
The
Battery
battery
assault.
assault, yeah.
What did VP take?
Yeah, Ramsey's hero.
What is the carry here, Brax? What's the call? Okay, it's a
Morphling.
Morphling. Good call, Brax.
Morphling.
Thank you.
Great job. Great
Oh,
job.
that's greedy.
Yeah?
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
a lot of
that's-
greed from VP.
Got one greedy draft.
Especially when Vegas show that they kind of just want to push and go, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
Have that super late game carry in the Morphling.
Looking at these drafts, I feel like it could be a repeat of last game where Vega hits this power spike timing in that like 20 to 30 minute window, and it's just impossible to stop.
Yeah. It does go both ways, though, right? They have the Elder Titan to kind of stop the push a little bit, but if
Well, he
Vega-
delays the push. Does he really stop
Right,
it though?
He doesn't really stop it. He does delay it. But it gets to that point where perhaps they can stall long enough. But who knows? We'll have to see.
All right, predictions. Slacks, you're up first, buddy.
I'm gonna have to go for Vega. I feel like that push will not be stopped; it will only be stalled.
Yeah, I'm in the same camp. I'm going Vega as well. Brax?
Yep, Vega as well. It looks like
All right.
quite a hard push to stop.
A trio of Vegas. A lot of confidence here in the Terrorblade. We'll see if it works out. Game number 2 starts now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to DreamLeague. We have now got ourselves the second game of the first series of the day. It is, of course, the wonderful Vega Squadron once again playing up against VP. We've seen a bit of difference in the drafts. Centaur Warrunner, a hero that I feel like is just not a hero touched upon ever since kind of the double, triple nerfs to the Ags and such with the Stampede.
Yep.
But they're bringing it back here. Elder Titan as well. So VP trying something a little different. And do you like it a bit more than what they did in Game 1? Or?
I think it's greedy.
I think it's greedy,
If they
yeah.
take it to a later stage of the game, though, you know, they are playing versus a single. I mean, DK can scale, but it's more of a single kind of core Terrorblade thing with like a very heavy push lineup. So if they're able to stall it out, they've got this heavy magic burst with no one Invoker, probably one of his best heroes. And with the Elder Titan aura, if he does get like the Morphling, he's able to get his like shotgun online. They can actually burst people quite easily with that. But that being said, Vega has a very hardcore pushing lineup that even does scale pretty well because they do have Venge aura on top of it if they do get to like the later stages and everything too. But we'll see how it ends up working out. We'll see how the lanes progress, and yeah, I still think it is a bit of a greedy approach coming out from VP though.
It is, but and yeah, actually, to be fair, coming into the series, you would have said that you would have put VP as a stronger team, but yeah, the way that Vega's playing, it's hard to really make that difference between the two of them. Vega's been playing very good recently.
Yeah.
And making this matchup very close. And as we saw last game, Vega able to take the win this time round. Yeah, the greed certainly, as you said, lots of ways that Vega can punish it. They've got that good darks here, sort of set up for... Well, I mean, a less team fight definitely for sure in comparison to what they had in game 1, but still, even just like a vacuum into a reflection can really break up those mid-game fights once they start to get it themselves across the map and moving and pushing down lanes as 5 Vega Squadron.
I'm checking how much, if Lil's actually played Elder Titan much. I think I've seen him play almost every other hero in the game, but not a whole lot.
Not one that you'd say
Titan, right?
strikes you as a... I think you're right.
Right?
Bottom lane, Slayer actually giving Ramses a bit of a rundown there with the Battery Assault and Iron Shell. Forcing back the Morphling, and Solo is there, already under the cover of the Nature's Guise, eyes onto Afterlife. So it will be, again, these dual lanes coming out, from both sides, in fact, looking to run them. We will see where Lil heads. He's kind of floating between the middle and the top lane at the moment.
I found a match where he actually played Elder Titan. It's about 8 months ago.
8 months ago. Did he win it?
He did
win it.
With 6 mangoes in his inventory. So the
Oh, well, that's what Lil needs. He used to always do that. Does he do that anymore? I don't think he does he?
No, he doesn't do it as much
He doesn't do it anymore, does he, when he sells all these items at the ends and picks up the mangoes?
But he did go pretty ham that game.
I think that may be because I want to say I think they actually fixed that, as in like the stat people, they changed it so it records your items like a fraction before the end to avoid that. I think they did that. I can't remember if they worked around it. So the little mango troll may not work as well as it used to. But here we have it, the mid lane matchup, No One versus G, the Invoker DK. Is this a lane that you expect to see someone get a lead in the 1v1?
And DK does well the first couple levels.
Yeah.
I mean, DK always does kind of well. He always is able to breathe fire and get his CS. But Invoker, once he gets a couple points in the Exort with the Alacrity, he can actually just harass and just make sure he games everything. No One as well, I think he's probably one of the best mid laners. I say that and he's getting very low.
Smacks upon pretty
hard.
hard.
He's got the Fairy Fire and everything too, and there's no Breathe Fire mana, but yeah, I think he's probably one of like my favorite mid laners to watch just in terms of like dominance and just understanding of how to do well in the lane. Yeah. So I would say that one he should come out ahead after a bit, but still, the rotations will probably come out, and Invoker, you know, you can't really, like, DK eventually hits 6 and he can succeed your tower quite easily, but...
Yeah, that's, for sure. Yeah, he's going to be able to push it down and put more pressure on this Invoker count. And we may see No One back off to the jungle. Solo and Slayer, though, playing around with each other, as Slayer is very deep. Let's see if Shelby gets himself out of here.
They're pinging him.
He's going to go for the deny. Now, see if there's any sort of Sunstrike being thrown out in that direction, but it's not going to happen. So
26
we'll
seconds.
Manage to deny.
No.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long time to have no clock.
Sunstrike.
Oh.
Top lane. They get the stomp.
It.
Oh, not even a stomp. It was just a spirit. He just chased him out.
Just the vision.
I think he... Okay, so it looked like he stacked the camps that he had near the shrine, and he stacked up the spirit on the camp, so he had the very heavy bonus movement speed plus boots, and he just ran the Venge down. So that's a little clever play coming out from Lil, though, using the...
And that is actually something as well in the new patch. Essentially a buff to Elder Time. You've got stacks every minute that you can stack up. Easier to get stacks to sweep the spirit across.
I have not seen, actually, I haven't really seen Elder Titan in the new patch.
If you
that sounds
stack
clever,
those
though.
counts, you know, you get every minute to do so and just sweep the spirit across. That's, you know, I don't know how much, if there's a cap or such, but that's a lot of damage. Talking about a lot of damage, bottom lane. Slayer and Afterlife moving.
I can't wait to see that, actually. I think people will, actually will
with the Elder
probably use that in the new patch with the Elder Titan with tons of creeps.
Yeah,
you actually
there's
you
so
can
many
run down
creeps on the map.
Yeah.
Easily to get stacks.
I mean, we all saw that video on Reddit where the guy one-shotted people with Elder Titan, right?
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, I think, isn't it? Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It can much easier be done now.
Yeah, look at that bonus damage.
Yeah, it gives you a fair punch. Yeah. I'm going to do that when I get home. Safe lane Elder Titan. Rush Shadow Blade, stack the camps, sweep across, punch someone in the face.
One shot.
Phase, Deso, you're good to go. Easy game.
Sounds better than your Battle Fury builds.
It does. Don't build, I wouldn't build a Battle Fury on the Elder Titan, because then you'd be killing the guy. I want to keep the jungle alive.
Yeah.
I've got to have them there for my Astral Spirit.
So Slayer, this is one of... I actually really like when I see him playing the Clockwork. He's very active on it, always trying to cause the pressure. Pasha now. Looking to put the pressure on the...
And they've got the Sunstrike. Yeah, they don't even need the Sunstrike. It's enough damage between the two of them. I mean, already this start going a lot better for VP here in game 2. In terms of finding action. And mid lane, no one. He's looking to turn this round. And in fact, well, with Lil coming through, they'll get one. G sweeping very close to the tower here. He's trying to hunt down no one. But the Leech Seed comes through. And with the rundown, I think he's got one more bottle charge to play around with. It's not going to be enough. One more club. They got it. They have. Lil takes down the kill. And with that in mind, that mid lane movement ending up being an absolute disaster there for Vega Squadron.
Look at Lil go at the Elder Titan. He's like, I haven't played this in a while. I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just going to beat the crap out of people with my big stapler.
Oh, he's looking very good.
Oh, he's dying, though.
Yeah, he kills himself.
Oh, he kills himself.
To neutral.
Just went right. Was that? I don't think that was accidental, was it?
No, he was. I think he was worried about maybe a rocket flare or something.
Was he? I think maybe the Prowler walked up and got him.
Oh,
I don't know, actually.
That could have also happened. Yeah.
Because he was pretty healthy. He was low on mana, but...
He wasn't that low on the health?
And they have shrines in the base, remember? This is still like early. I think that may have been a Prowler just been standing outside and maybe clipped him.
GG.
Well, either way, 20 seconds off of him, but he's got phase boots already, so he's looking just...
Oh, yeah, he's speedy.
He's looking for lane dominance with this Elder Titan. He's looking just to pressure a lot, and he can make the moves up toward Pasha's lane a lot, and they can actually kill Terrorblade very easily with a stun, follow up with a couple right clicks, double edge with a Sunstrike. That's easily bringing down a Terrorblade with his low health.
Terrorblade is definitely the one you want to keep bullying.
Yeah.
Yeah, now Elder Titan and the burst combo from Pasha, that is just so strong against the TB in lane. It really is. And in fact, Lil eyeing up Slayer, and again, look at this damage.
Look at the damage.
Look at that damage. What's he got? Plus 168.
Yeah, this guy's onto something.
Well, how many creeps did that even pass over that, Astrid?
There's like 2 double stacks.
Just 2? Oh, it's 2 double stacks. Is he? Yeah.
And the ancient stack.
Well, there we go.
This guy's a genius.
We didn't really see. Did we see that much Elder Titan in the last? Did we see much Elder Titan at Kiev Major?
We did not. That's actually. I really
Dude,
like the way he's using it.
Definitely going to even be back on this patch. The current patch.
I wonder if people actually are. This is extremely.
You get phase, and you've got the support. Well, 6 minutes in.
Look at dude, he's bullying everybody out. Like, in the new, like this is 7.05.
Yeah.
In 7.06, there's gonna be even more camps. Pasha now looks like he's gonna be brought down though.
Yeah, he's gonna have to TP himself out, and he will make it away. I'm trying to think now. 7.06. Were there any changes to Elder Titan?
He got a slight change. I want to
have a look it up. I want to see if this is the hero. Maybe Lil was onto something. He could sense. He was like, this hero's going to be great. 7.06. What have we got? Change logs. Increased strength. Reduced health regen. Okay.
Well, this is everybody.
Oh, okay. That was. Oh, yeah.
So he's got.
All right.
He's got more damage from Astral.
More damage from the Astral. What?
All right, this hero's actually. If you do this,
if you stack the count, those just 2 double stacks.
Look at let's see his damage. Oh my, dude, this is a thing. This is a thing. This is actually a thing.
Bigger crack radius. That's always nice.
But look, the level 2 spirit, you get 30 damage per. But that's it's only heroes.
Oh,
it's only heroes.
It's only heroes.
Misread.
It's only heroes.
Oh, we got so excited.
Heroes.
But still, look how much. He's still doing so much damage with it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, this is legit.
All the time. Gives you a good old punch. There we go. Mid lane in with the Stampede. And G turns around. Nice stun, actually, holding back the stomp. Very nicely done there. That Dragon Tail coming in just in time to save his life as he turns and slaps the center in the face. 5 for 2, though, still. Ramses. Just keep it on par with the farm of lower dance. Both of them there. Doing pretty well. The edge at the moment is there for for lower dance, which is interesting considering that they were putting pressure on him with the Centaur and the Elder Titan. But he's doing just fine. Mid lane, again, very close between the two of them. Despite the movements, it is still very close. You know, these 9 minutes in, everyone's getting the farm that they want.
I'm just like, I'm like speechless from how much damage he actually does. All right, well, let's see. So Morphling's actually doing very well.
He is.
Even though getting pressured, so I think that's actually a big deal. You know, their greedy lineup is already coming out to be very useful, and it doesn't even seem that greedy with him doing this with the Astral Spirit.
Midas done on no one. Very good time. 9 minutes in. All going to plan for the Invoker. Apart from the fact that he walks up into Slayer.
He's got the Shrine there.
Actually,
Is he able to
blocking him
activate
away
it?
from him. It's not going to save him. Nicely done there by Vega Squadron. We'll see if VP can get any sort of a turnaround. They jump in onto the clockwork, and they will be able to punish the clock in return, but they lost their Invoker for that. He did get the Midas up, though, and I believe he did use it in time. Yeah. So that's a small bonus, but still, definitely a kill that Vega Squadron will be happy with. They'll take that trade any day.
Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah, it's really good rotations. I mean, the Ion Shell darts here, or Ion Shell clockwork is actually a lot of damage coming out.
Putting some pressure down to this middle tower. Silent turns around, holds back the Centaur, not enough to save his life as no one just comes in with the punches. The Alacrity helping him bring down some of these bigger fellows. G will be chased away, Slayer's there to block him off. So VP can't chase down the DK anymore. Top lane, Aloha Dance sweeps across, takes away one of the camps, and that tier 1 has already well and truly fallen down. So yeah, it's going to be one of those games where we see the whole TB versus Morphling. Who is going to be able to carry the game harder?
Yeah, we'll see. But I mean, like they're doing very well in their lanes. Like, even though the TB is quite farmed.
Radiant structures.
Mid lane though, Lil coming in again. Dragon Tail holding him back. They're going to look to chase this with his phase boots, but we'll create the space for no one to get the deny on the tower. So it's another tier 1 off the map. Vega are being able to force the objectives, and of course them themselves yet to lose a tier 1 of their own. And this is against a side with the Trimp, so the living armor not being enough to save these tier 1s from Vega's pushes so far.
But we kind of expected it, you know, like with the DK, with the Terror Blade, they can always force those towers.
Yeah, and DK of course, great push against living armor. With that damage over time, gets rid of the instances very quickly. Yeah, still very close, as we can see. The net worth difference hovering back and forth between the two of them. As it does go up and down. VP do have that Midas though, and I don't believe we've got any Midases yet on the side of Vega Squadron. So no one has got the potential on this Invoker to just sit back, hit the jungle, and get himself into a very scary position unless they can rotate upon him and shut him down.
Yeah, no one on Vega's side really builds Midases. I mean, maybe Clockwork after he gets like a first item, if he gets like an early Blade Mail, then you go back for the Midas. But yeah, he's not having the impact. I mean, he's doing some clear rotation, but he's not getting that much like gold compared to like, look at the other Titan, 3,000 gold, Clockwork only 1,500.
Yeah, and no one actually prioritizing for that Clockwork with his Invoker build. You know, Midas, and then rather than going straight for the Ags, says, right, I'm going to need a 4-staff this game.
So he's going for the drum build on the other Titan, so trying to mass up those auras for his team. And I think it's a very good item. I think it's a very good item in the last patch in 7.05, like we're watching here. I think the drum into Medallion and Solar Crest type of build that we saw like NP running a lot on their supports, I think that's actually one of the best kind of items you can have.
See bottom lane, Slayer and Silent eyeing up the Morphling. Really hard for them to do anything about it, especially with the illusion available. They will take the illusion down, so Ramses is a little more vulnerable, but still not huge amounts to catch that they can use to trap that Morphling, make sure he can't waveform away. It's very hard for them to bring him down.
I like the approach that Vega actually did in the last game when they overcommitted to defend those tier 1s when they have the Terrain Protector. I want to see like VP kind of doing that one, but that being said, they don't really have the heroes in comparison here, but they do have 4 heroes set up. Stampede is online.
Pasha's got the blink. And, well, Treant just gets ripped apart there by the Terror Blade, but it's a bit of a bait because they turn around with the Stomp Sunstrike to take down the TB. They'll look to see if they can try and chase some more. Afterlife pops down the wall. Now on the retreat. We'll make it out. So just a simple 1-for-1, maybe even more if they can finish up Pasha. They swap him back because he has to pass through the wall once more. Hook shot in from Slayer, but he's out of mana, very low on health as well. Has to back off. The lead seed ticking him down. Pasha jumps forward and has found him there. So they'll take a second VP. Afterlife finds Pasha though in return. So they get themselves 2 more, vacuum back onto both Ramses and Lil. They are low, and Vega looking very strong with the rotation from G. Surge forward. If they can get Ramses, it'll be absolutely massive. They land the Dragon Tail, wrap around from Silent. Has he got the mana for the Magic Missile? It doesn't matter. The damage there from G's enough. With the Breathe Fire, G picks up a double kill. And a very nice rotation there from the DK, securing the fight and securing the tower here. As well, by the looks of it, I'm going to say that they are actually going to try and hold this. There's going to be TPs coming through again. VP are not done. There's the Overgrowth into the Stomp. Sunstrike trying to go for G, but G is actually able to get away in time. He just turns back towards the Treant, takes him out. Pasha is in there with the Blink double edge. So they finally bring down G on the Dragon Knight, but he got so much done. Let's see if Lil can trap any more here. Stomp. 2 gets Silent. Now drop the Fisher, but Silent's already out of there. Jump forward from Pasha though. Her Stomp double edge. The infused raindrop not going to be enough to save the Vengeful Spirit. So a huge amount of chaos there down on the bottom lane, but at the end of the day, I guess VP, they do hold the tower, and they do bring down G after starting to rack up a bit of a streak.
Yeah, I think it's like they used meta, they used Dragon Form, and they don't get the tower. I think it's a big win for VP. Yeah. They even get like a bunch of Urn charges up on the Elder Titan, and that's into Vega's heavy pushing lineup with the mech online and everything. So I think that's definitely a big win coming out from VP, even though they lost a couple heroes. The ones that defending the tower is the big thing, and I guess the losing Ramses is just the big painful kind of hit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So a little bit of adjustment in builds. You versus a Clockwork, getting the early Force Staff on your mid laner on your Invoker is always fine instead of like rushing the Aghanim's first.
They've got the time. You know, VP know they can hold on. They've got that Treant living armor to hold back on the pushes. There's no rush for the side of VP with the Invoker Morphling duet.
So G makes his way toward bottom. He wants to finish up that tower. He knows it was low. He doesn't want to get healed up, and he does claim it. But at the same time, Ramses now getting the split push going. Looks like the setup's coming. Pasha's going toward top. He saw the Terror Blade for a second. They want to go for a dive.
He may have to just TP out, and he's not going to get the chance to with the Astral Spirit on him.
He doesn't have one either.
Oh, yeah, they are going to be able to play around with this boy proper good.
Oh, he's dead.
And he is gone. The wombo combo's there. I mean, it's so strong. You know, VP's draft is very good at killing a Terror Blade in the early stages. I mean, even in the later stages, it's not necessarily going to be impossible. They've just got a very good lineup to deal with those TB picks that we're starting to see come out more and more. There is always this risk. You know, as strong as the hero is, it can be drafted against.
He's susceptible to Magic Burst, and that's what they really emphasized on it this time.
No, definitely. I mean, once, even at, as I say, in the later stages, even at that point, you know, if Ramses has got an E-Blade, they're still going to be able to kill him relatively easy.
You throw a Spirit on him, E-Blade shotgun him,
he's
bam.
gone.
Sunstrike coming out. They don't have the Splitter, though. It throws the Urn.
No, and the right clicks there, they will force him to mech and back up.
Yeah.
Again, it's a lot of damage just between the two of them, Sunstrike and an Elder Titan.
I mean, I'm loving Lil's entire approach to this game.
Yeah.
I tend to actually, I really like the way that he plays his 4. He always finds his farm. He's very aggressive no matter what hero he's really playing. He has a good read on the map.
See Pasha halfway through the Aghanims at the moment, top of the net worth, 8k. Got the other 3 cores in the game, of position 1 and 2 is all keeping up. So still very close really at the moment. It does feel just a slight better bit of control from VP on the state of the game.
Yeah, I think the next kind of things that they need to, or that they probably want to do is look at this, like Solo getting these, not just the defensive wards, but try to make his way into the enemy jungle, because now at this point, you know, they took the safe lane tier 1 tower. So Terror Blade actually doesn't really have great places to farm right now. It's like the Ancients, the side kind of camps things, and their own jungle. So if he gets vision on him there, that'll just give them a lot more leeway to know when they can take the fights.
Yeah.
But they're very content with this. We said it, they have a greedy draft, and they're ahead in coming out of the laning phase and going into the first approach of the mid game.
No doubt about that at all. And there's another 4-star complete for VP.
Yep. Absolutely
crucial against the Clockwork.
Very hard to kill Morphling this game too. Once you have that Lincoln Sphere, they don't even have they don't have like ways to break it. It's like swap, then they have Venge stun, DK stun.
That's it.
That is it.
Pretty much.
So yeah, it's going to be this elusive Morphling is actually a very good pick as well if they are able to make it to the later stages. And it's already getting to that point. No one's already thrown the taunts out too. He's going to have the Aghanims very soon. And that's where it becomes like, before, you know, they were kind of trying to fight 4v5 for the most part, and then no one would get involved with like a Sunstrike, except for when we saw him port bottom, when they like heavily tried to defend that tower. But once he has the Aghanims online, that's when we see the Invokers tend to travel around with their team more so than not. They're smoked up top, they're set up, they look like they're expecting some kind of movement coming out onto no one.
Trying to bait here with the Invoker.
And they are right.
Pasha finds the Who Stomp. There's the Wombo onto the Venge, but they missed the Sunstrike, so it will survive for the time being. They'll put the Stampede VP. just getting themselves out of there after a bit of a failed initiation.
Yeah,
Silent to survive.
the Force Staff is such a great item pickup in this game. Just to be able to get them away from any kind of that aggression. There's not a whole lot of catch coming out from Vega. It's like the hook shot and then the Venge. And I guess if DK's in position, now that he has Shadow Blade, that gives him a little bit more catch.
Yeah, absolutely. Another way of getting themselves into the fight at the start of it all. And in fact, in the middle lane, there we have it. G, yeah, straight in, gets self solo. He is gone. Drum's complete for Lil now.
Very low net worth Train Protector, but actually gives up a good chunk of money there. It gives 329 to G.
See no one. Aghanims complete. It's going to be out and down, so the 4-star in his build not putting any sort of a slowdown onto it.
So he does have the Midas queued up on Sayoma for the Clockwork.
Okay, I mean,
he's super far away.
Yeah. They really want to get Ramses, or at least do something about this. They see him down there. They wonder if potentially VP are behind the Morphling. Just sweeping the area out. They'll find the Courier at the least.
It was a hard kill.
They are very unlikely to find Ramses. No way that they can kill this Morphling, and in fact, they could be in trouble themselves now with the Tornado set up. VP quick with the turnaround. Pasha tries to jump forward, doesn't get the Who Stomp. They'll get the root through here, trapping Vega in very deep here in enemy territory. That's going to be one down. Slayer to fall as well. They did lose the Treant. They take 2 heroes. The tier 2 kept alive here by the fortification. Great TP Who Stomp from Pasha to set up immediately onto the Terrorblade, and VP find a 4th. There's going to be Silent left behind as well.
They pay, you know, they do get the tier 2, but they only kill the Train Protector, and they pay with 4 heroes. I think VP's fine with this. I mean, they don't
definitely
want to lose the tier 2, but yeah, Ethereal Blade's already halfway kind of in production for the Morphling. He's got the Ghost Scepter finished up, and
I mean, and just the perfect TP from Pasha. Look, Pasha, what happens to him? He gets forced all the way back, and then he sees the opportunity.
That is a sick. Look at this. Look at the position he TPs from, though.
Yeah, look, he's hiding back, and now he goes for the TP. This is Pasha.
That's so smart.
Yeah, TPing to catch out, and then that setup guarantees them the kill. Great play from Pasha.
He hasn't been able to get a Sunder off this game.
He
keeps just getting stunned into burst.
Yeah,
every single time.
Yeah, really nicely done from Pasha, and just getting that massive kill. That's the one that counts. Bringing down the Terrorblade.
Yeah, now that was what? That was meta and DK ult used and wall.
Yeah, and they get the tier 2, but at the cost of nearly their full team.
Yeah.
Which is not ideal for Vega. I do not really want to be playing behind this Morphling and Invoker. They're farming up a treat, and definitely the rate it's going. Ramses is going to have that E-Blade by the next team fight.
Yeah, and that's when it becomes
scary.
Super problematic, but
actually, I was saying he's going to have it. He's actually potentially going to get taken down now. He's got the backup. In fact, he turns and gets himself involved.
And they take the mid tower as well with the Forge Spirit. So, how close is Terrorblade toward BKB? I don't think he's even close.
He's a long way away.
He's going for Manta first.
He's going for Manta first.
He's got the Manta at least, but his... Look at his HP. He's going to have, what, like almost 1,700 once he picks this up?
If he gets E-Bladed, he's dead.
Yeah, Waveform E-Blade. Yeah, he's got 1,800.
Unless they get some sort of miraculous swap into an area where they don't have vision.
I mean, if he's got the Astral Spirit on him and he gets E-Bladed and comboed plus a Sunstrike, like, he's dead. He's actually definitely dead from that combo.
It is scary.
Aghanims.
Oh,
quite a ways away.
I mean, could Pasha just do it with a Sunstrike?
No.
Not even with the Stampede damage?
No, definitely not. He needs one more.
The Treant could... who else have we got here?
Yeah, if someone else is there, they can. And even no one's in the position there, they can do this with the meatball.
Yeah, they force up to the high ground as well. Nicely done by no one, getting himself in position.
That was, again, the Force Staff coming into play, but that's, they need that. The Sunstrike and the combo is not enough, but with the Meteor and the Deafening Blast, it definitely was.
Yeah, you're right, because he's gonna just get an easy Sunder if you haven't got that extra damage. And G, getting a stun onto no one on the way back out.
Instant Force Staff from Pasha. And now they make their way to pit. Alacrity Morphling.
Afterlife, he's going to look for the combo here. Gets 2 of them in the vacuum wall, but there's no instant follow-up. Pasha comes in with a stun off the back lines. They do burst down the Treant, but great ult there from Lil. Comes right down the middle of Vega's lineup, and with that EMPG, out of mana, did get the Shadow Blade off in time. He's up to the high ground. Slayer comes in with a hook shot, but it'll be only throwing his own life away to pretty much buy some time for G to get back, shrine up, and it's Silent to fall as well as he takes an adaptive strike to the back from Ramses. 21-11. Things starting to heat up.
Yeah, he's got the Ethereal Blade finished up now too. very soon. Yeah, right after they finish the Roche, she'll have it.
Yeah, it seems to be a much better draft from VP here in game 2.
And they're playing around it really well. I mean, the Lil's stacking cleverness with the Spirit made their lanes actually just much stronger than we expected. But wow, they're actually not going to be able to claim the Roche here. They don't have a, I don't believe that they have a Solar Crest or anything on anybody just yet, so.
Yeah, have we not got, what did the tree go for in the end?
He's poor. He's got like 800 net worth.
He is super poor, yeah, you're right, yeah, he's got nothing. And is Lil not thinking about getting a Solar Crest? I mean, it wouldn't be too bad on an Elder Titan, would it? No, he's
More
just getting another
staff.
4 stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Again, he knows if he's trapped and his team aren't there, the clock certainly can still cause issues for him. Talking about the Clock Slayer, still trying to find that Midas. Ooh, Vega with the smoke, but again, it's just onto Solo, not necessarily the target you want to go for, and they just jump in. They blow up the DK. Pasha makes the Darkseer surge himself out of there. Slayer, he pops the Cox out, but he's ended up being just trapped in with no one, and no one on the Invoker just brings him down. A lot else will get the Sunder off, he gets a kill, but at the end of the day, he still goes down. Force roll from Pasha, jumps in, finds the burst onto another, taking out Silent. And for the last 5 minutes, every fight and every player is going Virtus.pro's way. They're into the pit. And it really just feels like you put these two lineups on paper and you say, well, if VP are ahead, what kind of chance do Vega have with those heroes? And it's very little. Terrorblade is just getting destroyed each and every fight. Even when he does get he got a Sunder pretty much back off to full health there, a second life, but it didn't matter.
I mean, he died so fast.
Yeah.
Like, Lil at this point, he actually can run next to them, but he doesn't need to because their lineup is so magic damage oriented. He just really needs to throw the Spirit on top of Terrorblade. Pasha jumps in, gets a stun, and he's just dead. There's so much.
I mean, as you said, the only thing that can really turn it is if that Terrorblade gets a BKB.
Yeah.
But that's still a long way away.
Yeah, he's not even close. No. He's even going for the Hurricane Pike on top. So he's, I mean, I
he
think he
needs
should
that
switch that
BKB.
up. Yeah.
He really, really does. One lane, can you do this? He's got a Venge coming in. Between the two of them, they can certainly try for it. And yeah, they'll get this.
Very low armor hero.
Yeah,
Elder Titan.
And getting flamed there by no one.
No one even gives him the well played. He's like, you greedy.
I love it.
He's like, what are you doing farming bottom as an Elder Titan? You deserve that death.
Interesting as well there. Look, Pasha, an item that sometimes Centaurs, since the nerfs, do not go for, is going to go for the Blink 4-star Aghanim still.
Yeah, I mean, if they can prolong the fights, they're very, very good in it. Speeds the Morphling's able to just cut around because he's not, he's not really killable anyway from the lack of disable. Just a good item this game for sure to deal with the. I mean, they don't really have that much damage even on the side of Vega anyway. So if he does have the Aghanims, it's just going to completely negate anything that they do even have.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, and what with Manta Style being the next focus here for Ramsey, so once he has that, he is going to be very hard to take down. And not that he already isn't really. What, 519, only died the once this game. Proved to be a big, big issue for his side. Actually says, screw it. I've got 2.25 gold. I'm going to go for the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, I mean, he can, with an Astral Spirit, with like if they get a stomp on someone,
they're dead.
They're dead. Anyone is dead. If the Elder Titan gets a stomp, he gets Sunstrike plus the Waveform combo plus the E-Blade shotgun. I think anyone will die to that. I can't even do the math on how much damage it is, but it's probably around 2,200.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
I think with the Sunstrike on top, with the Elder Titan stomp, as well, it's probably a little bit over 2,200. It's probably like 2,500 burst magical.
Yeah, only swaps and sunders are going to be able to save you.
Yeah. It might be a bit higher. That's very, very clever drafting and very well executed laning play from VP this time around. And now,
And what's the next play? I mean, VP, I really feel that there's not too much pressure on them to do much.
I mean, look at Solo, dude. Look at his items and his net worth, man. He's 1,400 net worth. He's literally just walking around placing wards. He's just like, well, hopefully they go out and kill me because I'm actually worth like nothing, and then we actually start a fight.
I mean, he's the one he's the punching bag.
Yeah. If they go on him, that's the way that they start fights. Like, they're like, okay, that's fine.
Like, yeah, take the 300 gold bounty for killing me. I don't even want to live. Yeah, he does not care at all. Oh, Slayer needs to use his Midas. Come on. He can't get out. In fact, he may be punished. He actually gets jumped by Pasha. At the same time, though, they again.
I mean, that's fine. He's okay with this.
Like, job done. You kill me, we'll kill your clock.
Yep. And no one gets the Sunstrike last hit, so he gets the experience from wherever he was on top of all that. So that's, I mean, VP still very happy with all this.
They're going to find another hit by the looks of it. That was a Dragon Knight.
Yep.
And he just evaporated.
Thought it was a melee creep.
He just bam. Yeah, this magical damage lineup, definitely the answer. Against, yeah, not just the T-Bits we're seeing as well, DK.
Yeah.
Who cares about the armor?
He switched from the Hurricane Pike.
Yeah,
on the
he needs that
He
BKB.
knows.
You've got to get the BKB this game. But what was the DK status on his BKB?
I think he was about halfway as
Was
well.
he? Yeah, he's
He's
about.
more than
Oh,
halfway,
he's very
actually.
close.
He's very close
He
to
is
it.
very close. So he should. I mean, he gets a couple of creeps. He should be fine and have it for a defense. But already the tier 3 on the spawn lane being brought down very quickly.
He's still dead for 30.
Yeah.
They really want to defend this one, though. They just have to watch themselves. It's like every time the Spirit comes out, they're like, oh my god, whoever gets stomped can actually just die instantly. Here we go. Uh-oh. He's dead.
And we have the combo. I mean, the Sunstrike just was nearly not even necessary. The burst is so much with that E-Blade. And not only the Terrorblade to fall, but Slayer as well. As they come flying across with the waveform, jump forward from Pasha, eyeing up the situation. And they'll just focus towards the racks. And what are you going to do if you're Vega Squadron when this push comes through? G tries to head in, but he gets cold stabbed
Oh
up and
my
yet
God.
again.
I
The
think this is just
magical
over.
damage. The BKBs just did not come soon enough for Vega Squadron in this game. As VP just played immaculately. They had a fantastic draft. And from the Elder Titan to this stage of the game, the Morphlings, Ramses is great time on the E-Blade.
They're just running through the base now at this point, but okay, they chill out a little bit. They're like, all right, guys.
They've got tier 2s in the other lanes they need to take
like,
down.
We can't
so,
take another Rex.
Yeah.
But
My,
yeah,
oh my.
this is very well executed game plan coming up from VP.
We will at least be able to see a fight where they do have the BKBs. See if that does make a difference. Well, I said that last fight he did have a BKB. He just was instantly stunned.
Yeah. It's the same. Yeah, like anyone who gets stomped, you're dead. If you're not all the way in the backlines, you're just gonna get completely burst. Even in the backlines, you might actually just die if you just get stunned up. Blink dagger E-Blade combo. Oof.
Oh, well, there we have it. Manta style now done for Ramses as well. So another way to play himself out of any sticky situations. Not really that he's been getting himself into any.
Look at VP though. Like they're still bottom. There's nothing to claim down there.
They've got to get that tier 2.
Push the push top lane. No one knows what he's doing. Now he's like, all right, push mid. The lines are drawn. Ramses is like, okay, guys, get out of bottom lane. Go mid. We have to take tier 2s. Roche is gonna be spawning soon. They can close this one out quite soon.
What
though.
level have we got Non as well? He must be close to that 25
I
on
think
the
he was
Evoker.
23, I want to say. Okay, now
24 now. He's so close.
because he took the experience bonus as well, the 30%
Yes,
experience bonus this game. So yeah, he's very close to that level 25. Same thing with Ramses.
Yeah, Ramsey's just saying, well, we get the shrines out of this. Tier 2. Business as usual here for VP as they push on down the middle.
Are they even going to wait for the Roche? I don't think they really need to be honest, but the safest play would be to do that, but they can just brute force this one with their damage potential. They're just going to claim the last tier 2s.
Yeah, this is, I mean, Vega are attempting to leave the base. I mean, G's coming out on his own.
Solo, no, Solo.
Can they save him with that Stampede? No. He tries to force himself out of that.
It looks like they waited. I think Pasha just watched him die. He stampeded for him, and then he's like, nah, never mind.
What is the case?
I mean, he's dead anyway. They're probably more than likely.
I mean, the rest of his team, if the rest of his team individually died that many times, I feel like they haven't. Poor old Solo.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he's doing his job.
He is.
He's finding the ganks, tanking the gank for his team. He's not worth a whole lot of money anyway, and he respawns quickly because he's low level. Seems fine to me. Top lane.
Oh no, Dragon Knight. Good night, sent to sleep. Yeah, VP. I mean, they have to pull out some phenomenal level of a VP throw really to lose this sort of a game.
Yeah,
This is very comfortably in the bag at the moment for Versus Pro.
They drafted for like the later stage
Yeah.
of the game, and they're winning at every single stage possible. So it's, look at this. They do not need the Roche at all. They just can brute force easily.
But look, this is through backdoor
Backdoor.
protection. This is through
Alacrity
backdoor.
Morphling.
Look at him go.
Oh.
Oh, Slayer. He whiffs that and he
This is
plays
gone.
with his life. 2 buybacks coming through now from Vega Squadron in a last-ditch attempt to hold, but there's the jump forward onto the back, bursting silent down low.
The EMP is doing a lot of work as well. G just walks up, has no mana. He has to actually get bottled up and sticked. Stun coming out.
Look at Dragon Tail, but look at that. Solo comes in off the back with the overgrowth. Ramsey's back in, takes one. Afterlife does get a nice 3-man vacuum wall, but again, where's the follow-up? You've got a lower dance trying to do his best to beat into him, and again, Solo will fall. Ramsey's morphing into strength, waveforms away, Sunstrike is going to be off the mark here. Ramsey's now turning back towards the low hard dance, brings him down low with the adaptive strike. Jump forward for Lil. Lil's looking to finish it off. The Sunder comes through. Lil being now backed up by Pasha. Low hard dance trying to get himself desperately out of there, dodges the tornado. They have actually managed to kill off Ramses here, but they've already lost 3 on the side of Vega, and yeah, taunting him as they bring him down as well. Virtus Pro find a 4th. Definitely one of the most painful fights that VP have had this game, losing Ramses. But overall, still, it's a good trade. They take 4. G, he's going to try for this. And he's going to get it. All right. Okay. I mean, okay, with that, they'll take it. But no one is, he's pushing down mid, and there's not really anyone to defend it. And he might actually just get the racks out of this. Is he that scared of Silent? I don't think he is. He's now playing himself away. Afterlife is there. Drags him back. Quick tornado to hold back the Darkseer. He's got the Shiva's Guard. He can create the distance.
He's even taunting.
Yeah, and in fact, they may just go back in. Lil's there to back him up. He's eyeing up potential. See if he can get any sort of catch. Did he go for the? He went for the tornado cooldown this game, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of setup.
He's absurdly farmed.
Yeah.
Another 5k on top of that Shiva's.
Oh, there we go. They do manage to block him off here with the cogs, and in fact, no one. Can he get him? Yeah, with the Ghost Walk, he's too speedy. He just runs himself away. They don't have enough lockdown to catch him, and the Rack's slowly getting beat down upon by the Forge Spirit spam in that middle lane. As VP just waiting until they have the full 5-man back and alive.
Roche is back up as well.
Yeah, they could play it safe and go for that.
Solo's got an item. Woo! He got Black Dagger.
Oy.
Yay!
And we have it. 10 deaths on the poor man.
Good job.
But
Doing his job.
Huge lead for VP.
Yeah. Look at all the green dots.
Yeah. Very different game to game 2. Game 1.
Yeah. Octarine now finished up for no one.
What is their plan, Vega? They need something big. They've got those BKBs, but since then, I mean, there's just such a difference in value between their mid and carry in comparison to VP.
Yeah, but like you said, though,
the lead for VP.
The BKBs did come out, and that's when they did, like, you know, they at least got like 2 kills in the
they
team
could get,
fight.
yeah,
but
they could stand up in a fight.
yeah, it's still like bringing down the Morphling, bringing down the Invoker is a whole different story than bringing down like the Centaur, Elder Titan, and the Tree and Protector. These 2 other guys are just so over-farmed and elusive. Radiant Courier died somewhere. Oops.
Here we go now, VP. Back towards the middle lane.
What did Morph tank for his level 25 talent? Did he take the replicate damage? So he did,
He
yeah.
did.
Versus Terrorblade, that's usually what you do.
Okay, yeah, I guess as we saw, yeah, he just gets the illusion, and he's actually just been using it to push and hit onto the racks. Yeah.
Oh, Refresher and Centaur as well. Oh, he's so farmed.
37 minutes in.
They're ready to go for G.
Yeah, here we go. Opening up onto the DK. I'm being slow about this. Again, respecting the fact that Vega can have potential to turn with the BKBs.
They don't have Elder Titan and Centaur just yet either, so they don't have the big setups.
Yeah. They're waiting for them to come down the middle lane.
Yeah. They were pinging him, though. Pasha's like, I want him.
There we go. Ramsey just goes in onto the racks and now turns towards G with the adaptive strike. They get the follow through. No, the BKB comes out in time. G still falling down low. Ramsey's just hammering into him here with the right clicks. Ramsey's got to be careful. In fact, he's lost the Aegis. The power of the Terrorblade is enough to bring the Morphling down once. Meatball burning into Clockwork, but he does manage to get himself out back to safety for the time being. No one comes in again from the sidelines with the setup, and then bam, the burst is there. The sleep into the Ghost form for the E-Blade just rips the TB apart.
The natural order E-Blade is just
too much
it's
burst.
So much burst for the
Pasha looking to move in onto Silent, gets the 2-man Hoost up as well. Sunstrike's there onto the Darkseer. Vega trying to make their way back to the base. There'll be a buyback from Silent on the Vengeful Spirit, but they've already lost too many. And G is cool. VP killing Vega right back to the fountain as no one taunts whilst the fountain beats upon him, and they clean up house once again. 41 for 22. There we have the series. VP able to get the 1-1 at the end of the day.
Draw League.
It's back.
Yeah.
The 1-1's return.
Yeah, we said VP had a bit of a greedy draft, but with the way that Lil played the Elder Titan though, it didn't even make it feel like it was a greedy draft, because he just stacks a couple camps, gets the Astral Spirit down, solo kills the Venge, puts so much pressure onto the Tower Blade, stomp into a Sunstrike. They kill him like 3 times in the laning phase pretty much, and then the way they emphasize on defending the tier 1 bottom, they just looked really strong. Their drafting was just very good versus the Tower Blade.
Oh, well, there we have it. We'll be able to bring the panel back in onto this one, but guys and girls, Vega do take a game, but VP in game 2 looking to be like the CIS powerhouse that we expect.
Absolutely, man. We're seeing more ways to deal with the Terror Blade. The natural order with the E-Blade just seems like too much burst damage. It's nasty.
Yeah, especially when they're ahead. They had like a semi-greedy type draft, and they're ahead the whole game, just making plays, just dictating the flow the entire time. That was just, very impressive and a cool way to approach the Elder Titan.
Yep, very good. Well, thank you very much, boys. And back to the panel we go.
Hello.
Hi, Slacks. How are you? How you feeling?
Good.
You enjoyed that one?
Well, I did enjoy it. I feel a little bad for Vega. And we're, looked like things were going to be good for them. The 2-0 series that they really needed, but didn't happen.
Yep.
It's okay. We're going to see more bloodshed anyway.
It's okay. I think they're still in the top 3. We'll look at updated standings in a little bit here, but we'll talk about how things can fluctuate. So, Brax, that game, though, looked like they had it. Really, that bottom fight at the tier 2 was the turning of the tide, I think, right?
Yeah, I would definitely say that was like the beginning of kind of all the bad events, right?
Yeah.
They had a pretty decent start. They had good lanes. They were taking towers, taking fights, and then they lost one big fight, and it kind of felt like their game crumbled after that. Right, that's when these Roshan fights started happening. They went bottom, used their DK ultimates and their TB meta, and then they just kind of fed afterwards, and it's just like they used these 2 big cooldowns and didn't get enough out of them.
Well, you know what, Brax? Let me stop you right there, because we've got that replay to look at. So let's take it in slow motion and relive some of the madness, because this was one of the big points of the game. All righty. So what do we have here? Oh, good. Baby Rage. So we're 20 minutes in. This is still in the momentum's looking good for the DK. They've been doing a lot of work with the DK Darkseer combo in particular, the Surge and the Ion Shell. You can see how deep the DK is going in.
They feel like they caught him, but they can't really use their spells on him because they know it's not going to be good. Then DK's in some completely awful position here.
Great use of the Stampede.
Yep, and the rest of the team kind of wants to come in and help. They land the big combo, but there's still no damage here at all. TB's still trying to run in from the tower, so there's just nobody attacking whatsoever. Then once all the spells kind of run out, it's just...
And Vega's just too spread out. You can see the Terror Blades way... Oh, that's not a...
Go ahead.
Okay, the Terror Blades way back here, and they were sort of... Half the team looked like they wanted to push the tower, and the other half kind of looked like they wanted to dive to commit onto the Morphling.
Just such a disconnected fight.
Yeah.
People spread out everywhere pretty much. Babies crying.
Not only does this shift the momentum in terms of net worth, as you can see at the top, but it just completely breaks up the momentum that Vega had just in general. Like after this, it felt like they never really got together with the 5-man squad, and it was just the Morphling show after that.
Right. They have to keep that pace up, or else this kind of thing happens where Morphling gets farmed, Invoker gets super farmed, and it's just bad news.
Yeah, by the end, it was just too much, that burst damage. So we've got standings to take a look at. Let's see how things have updated over there and see if we can not fail at math this time. So that is the end for Vega. They have now played their 14 games. They are 9-5. With 9 wins for now, they are pleasantly seated in the top 3, but their fate may be decided by some of the others that are moving up. Of course, Virtus Pro, only 4 games played. They still have a lot to go with only 2 losses. There's a chance they can make it all the way to the top, but first 2 series going 1-1, not the ideal start for Virtus Pro here in this group stage.
No, well, the end for Virtus Pro, yes. Not the ideal start. They have a lot of work to do. Exactly, correct.
They have a lot of work still to come.
Yes,
so they need some serious 2-0s here for the remainder of today and coming up tomorrow. Also, a quick reminder, that series was pre-recorded. Of course, Vega is in China. They might be playing in Star Ladder right now, actually.
I believe so.
They are.
So that one was pre-recorded. Everything else today will be live, and we'll be right back to the normal production. So that was all we had for pre-recorded, and we're going to be back to the good old live stuff, Slacky.
I like the pre-recorded.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's like a time capsule into another time.
Yeah, you like 7.05? You missed it, huh?
So confusing.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I wish they